Hello, welcome to today's Real Estate Roundtable. I'm here with Scott Cooper from Big Valley Mortgage. I see that it did work out when I called you to pick our attire for the day. Good job.
We matched for today.
We match. We're really boring white. Today we're going to talk about an issue that I've dealt with quite a bit with buyers, especially first-time home buyers. Oftentimes, first-time home buyers are in a lower price point, perhaps under $250,000, sometimes under $200,000, and it turns out we compete in the same pool as investors who come in with cash, and so we sometimes write half a dozen to a dozen offers or more before we can get an offer accepted. So as an agent, I can help my buyers by reacting quickly. We go see a property right when it hits the market. We put in an offer quickly. We use electronic signatures so that we don't have to run back and forth and get together to sign paperwork. But from our biggest issue is we have to get a loan as compared to the investors who don't. So what can you help us understand as far as making a stronger offer as far as our loan goes?
Yeah, so definitely in this market we're seeing much more competition. A couple things that we do from a lender standpoint is, the first of all is we want to go through, we want to get you fully loan approved. Okay. Loan approval is important because it's better than a pre-qualification. We're not just asking questions, pulling credit, we're actually getting income documentation, asset documentation, a lot of times putting it in front of an underwriter. So when we write the offer, we're able to present a much stronger loan than if we were just pre-qualified. That's huge. Okay. Another one is how we communicate to the listing agent. A lot of times pre-approval letters will come over, and that's pretty much all that happens. What I like to do is personally call the listing agent and tell them all the great things about you as a borrower. Talk to them about the benefits, the fact that we're a mortgage bank, we're a direct lender, we're local.
Is your underwriting in-house too, Scott?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
So that's a big deal.
Huge, yeah. All my underwriters, our whole funding team is right down the hall, so I have a much better relationship with them.
I was just going to interject that, and speaking of underwriters, you may not know what that means, but they're kind of the people that look over the loan right at the end and can throw stumbling blocks in our way to getting loans closed. And if you have a relationship with your underwriter, they're in-house, you can tend to shorten the time period and have maybe a little influence on getting things through.
Oh, definitely. Face-to-face is always better than on the phone.
Definitely.
So having that face-to-face, belly-to-belly conversation is going to be a much better way to go. Another thing that we're doing is when we're writing offers, one of the concerns a lot of times that a listing agent or a seller will have is the fact that the buyer is asking for closing cost. And that's done to lower the cash to close because buyers may not have enough money for down payment plus all the closing costs.
Right. Oftentimes with first-time home buyers, cash is an issue, having that money available.
Yeah. So we do a no closing cost loan, and the way that works is we take the rate up a little bit, and then we're able to pay all of the closing costs, including lender fees, title fees, and that's going to reduce the cash to close, but it's not going to reduce the net to the seller. So it's going to create a stronger offer, a better offer, and increase the chances of getting accepted.
Okay. What else should we consider? Let's see. We were talking about rebate pricing.
Close time.
Oh, yeah.
Closing's huge.
Yes.
Closing a loan is a big concern these days. A lot of loans are closing late, which creates delays, penalties, frustration, and angry parties. So we go through up front, we do a lot of homework, and one of the things that I do specifically is a $500 on-time close guarantee. And basically what I'm saying is I'm putting my money where my mouth is. I know when we can close a loan and close it on time. And if we don't, then I'm personally paying the seller $500 for not closing on time. That's going to communicate to both the listing agent and the seller that we have a good loan in place and that we're going to close on time. And if we don't, then they're going to be compensated for it.
And I know you're not poor by the way you dress, so you must not be paying that out too much, right?
No, I haven't paid one out in a good 6 months. And having the banking relationship, doing the pre-approval up front versus pre-qualification definitely aids in the ability to get that done.
Yeah, I know Scott's done great work for me and gets loans closed, and he's very, communicates all the time, which is huge. I forgot what I was going to say.
Probably going to talk about direct lender approval. In this market, direct lender approval is important. Sellers don't trust brokers. Brokers have a bad name in the business right now, and being a direct lender, which means we're a mortgage bank. I have our underwriters, doctors, our whole banking team is in my office. So we're not submitting the loan to another company who's going to fund it. We're actually funding it internally, which is a lot of bank-owned properties require a direct lender approval, which we are. So it's a great thing to have.
Okay, and I remembered what I was going to say, and that was it's really important that you have a good team when you go to buy a house. I hear out in the marketplace a lot of buyers just throwing up their hands in frustration because they can't get a house. They want a house, they can qualify for a house, but they're hitting a wall. And one of the main things we do is set expectations up front for, yeah, it may take us a while, we may need to throw a lot of mud at the wall before some sticks and we get you into a property, but we have a lot of success. I love working with first-time home buyers and would love to work with you. Scott and I are a great team and we'll help see you through. So if you need help in looking at pre-qualifying for a loan and would like to get help finding a property, please feel free to give us a call. Our contact information is below. I'm Noel Kreider with Keller Williams.
And I'm Scott Cooper with Big Valley Mortgage. Also look out for our video on the pre-approval process. We'll get more in detail and talk about the benefits and what's entailed in that.
And that'll be coming up soon. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.